What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Anthony here from the Wall Street Bull. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. We are live tonight. It is 8:30 p.m. on the dot. How good is that? Hope you're all doing well. It is the 30th of April right now, which is just crazy to think about that. And I see a few of you have gotten in early in the live chat as well. We'll wait for a few more people to get in. There is going to be some bullish news coming out today. There's a lot of news coming out today, which is going to be very interesting. I'm going to go through quite a bit of that. We're going to go over my trading bots, the news, my favorite altcoins, whole range of stuff. Going to be watching a lot of video content in regards to Brad Garlinghouse. We've got Ethereum. We've got the Bitcoin ETFs going live in Hong Kong today, which is absolutely incredible. And Brad Garlinghouse as well. Did I say that? I think I did. Anyway, welcome everybody to the live stream. I really like doing these because it allows me to engage with my audience, and it's really freaking incredible as well that I can speak to everybody from around the world at the same time. So there's a few of you who have gotten in early in the live chat, as I've said. Let me know where you're watching from tonight, or in the morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Let's have a look here. I'm going to read some of your live chat. I can see it on my second screen right here. We've got SEC Spec. You're my favorite crypto influencer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bay Area. Very, very nice. Where else have we got here? Philippines. 40 degrees. Really, Boris? That's insane. Wow. We've got Sweden in the house tonight. We've got the Netherlands in the house. France. We've got 12:30 p.m. Please tell me you're having a croissant and an espresso, because I definitely would be. We've got the United States. We've got Illinois in the house right here. What else have we got here? I've been hearing news non-stop for 3 years. Good, because it's never going to stop, because it's happening every little 12 hours at this point in time. Let's have a look here. We've got Australia in the house. Lee, welcome. Canada's in the house. We've got Canada East Coast. How good is that? Can't wait to get to Canada. Definitely going to go smash the ski slopes over there and see those beautiful outdoors you guys have. Let's have a look here. Rango Miller, we've got you, my favorite go-to guy, bro. Thank you very much. We've got Belfast in the house, Sydney, Scottish Highlands. Let's have a look here. We've got Agnes Water, Queensland. How nice is that? We've got Dubai in the house. Very, very nice. How is Dubai, by the way? I haven't been there for a while. I can't wait to get back. We've got Melbourne in the house, local. How good is that? South Africa. We've got the UK, New Zealand. Shannon, how you going, mate? Hello from Alien Central. Yeah, I mean, Gary Gensler is an alien. Who's that one of the officials in the United... Is it Janet Yellen? I think it's Janet Yellen. I honestly believe, you know that little character from Men in Black, right? You know that dude that the head literally opens up and there's a little freaking alien in there? I don't know, I'm a full nerdburger and I don't really give a shit, but I reckon that's hilarious. I reckon Janet Yellen is secretly a freaking alien, man. Like, something's going to come out of there. Anyway, we've got Germany in the house. Let's have a look here. Tarn, Vegas, Geelong. Let's have a look here from Melbourne. Let's have a look here. Hello from Ireland right here. Yeah, there you go, Shannon, mate. I see your comments, don't worry. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. We've got a few people in here now and there's a lot to get through tonight. Let's get into this video because there's seriously a lot to get through. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, again, we are live. I have no control over my dog Gucci. She may bark. She may attack the neighbors. I don't know. We never know what she's going to do. She may bark. Who knows? This is live. I can't control it, but it's hilarious. Anyway, we've got a lot to get through. Let's get into it, Bulls. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you from around the world who watch my videos every single day. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash the subscribe button down there. Turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are getting insane in this space. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So give it a good old thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Also, a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff, all right? I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto. So be careful. Do your own research and due diligence. This live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, formalities are out of the way. Yes, Gucci's going bananas right now. What are you doing? This is live. I can't control it. Anyway, let's go straight to the community tab because there's a lot to get through. And look at this. The SEC has been investigating Ethereum since March 2023, which is very, I mean, no surprise to me. I honestly believe that the Ethereum, project, so to speak, when it transitioned to proof of stake, was officially a target of the SEC and Gary Gensler and his mob of absolute lunatics and idiots that are destroying innovation in the United States, and I should say globally. Because I remember reading a few years ago that Gary Gensler was actually speaking to the Australian Securities Commission here, well, ASIC. Anyway, so they were talking. At one point, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were speaking a few times in the last 12 or 13 months, I believe it was. Anyway, very, very nice. Now, I did put this up, but it's a security. 67% of you have said it's a security, and 33% of you have said it's not a security. And let me know in the live chat if you like Ethereum or not. Me personally, I hate the gas fees. I think they're absolutely horrible. Now, those of you who don't know what gas fees are, it's essentially when you transfer money on the Ethereum network or blockchain, and you get charged the fee for that. And when you're transferring Ethereum, it can be extremely expensive. Where is she? I told you, I can't control it. Look at this. Come here. Here we go. Right, so here we go. Here's Gucci. She's live, man. This is what happens. Anyway, moving on, we've got MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor buying an extra 122 Bitcoin for 7.8 million US dollars, right? Literally, it doesn't matter where, like if he's got a few $1 million spare, he's just buying no matter what the market is doing. And this is called dollar cost averaging. And this man has literally made a lot of money doing this. And it's a simple strategy, just consistently buying whenever he's got free cash flow. And he's been consistently doing this for a very long time. He owns a lot of Bitcoin. Now, this is some bullish news that happened today because, the Asian trading markets, or the market in Hong Kong, the stock market, so to speak, they literally listed 3 ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, there's an Ethereum ETF that got listed on Bloomberg Terminal right here. We've got the Becerra Hashkey Ether ETF as well, and Harvest Ether Spot ETF. So, it's very, very nice to see that the Ethereum ETFs have gone live in Hong Kong, and maybe Gary Gensler should take a leaf out of the rest of the world instead of calling, crypto securities and being an absolute flog, so to speak, right? But they went live today, and it was doing quite well. I believe it was around about $11 million of inflows when they hit the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, which is very, very nice to see that as well. Now, those of you who haven't joined the Wall Street Bull University, go join up. You can have the free membership, or there's a paid one where you can get like copies to my stock portfolio, my crypto trading bots with 3 commas on Bybit and OKX. Go join up right now. And top altcoins in my portfolio, we have AMP, we have CKB, NEO, Anchor Protocol, and Solargenic. All right, some very, very bullish projects there. I like AMP and especially Solargenic as well. That's bullish. And NEO is essentially a layer 1 project out of, I believe it's China. So, and you also earn some nice passive income from holding NEO as well. You get paid gas token, right? So have a look at that. Do your research into these projects. Anyway, let's go to Coin Market Cap today. Which crypto are you bullish on? Yeah, she's only bullish on treats. That's all I can say about that. Anyway, we've got $2.29 trillion. We have $68 billion in volume. We're actually up 7.91%, right? Very, very interesting to see that. Again, when the market was absolutely pumping in January, these volumes are around about 150 to $200 billion in 24 hours. So yeah, things were going parabolic, and we're significantly down from that. So I'm not even concerned because I know the true utility of crypto. Bitcoin dominance right now is sitting at 53%, and of course Ethereum is ranked number 2, and I cannot wait for that to be overtaken by something else, aka XRP, which it's done it before. It did do it before, go and look that up, or Solana, because I'm extremely bullish on Solana. Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 58 at the moment. Now, Bitcoin is down 1.23%. Yes, that's right. That's $61,711 right now. Ethereum's at $3,050. Solana sitting at $130. Is everyone still dollar cost averaging into Solana? Let me know in the live chat. I'm always curious about that. XRP's at 50 cents. It is down 1.32%. Now, there is a lot of turmoil going on in the XRP community, given the fact that people are impatient and everybody wants instant gratification. They want these gains for XRP, and they've been waiting a long time. I'm well and truly aware of that. But there's some bullish stuff going on in this court case, and I tell you now, Ripple is not backing down from the SEC. And that $2 billion fine is insane. It is ridiculous. Come on. Dogecoin at 13 cents. Toncoin, $5.21. I am trading that on 3 commas. And some other coins as well. We'll get into that. Cardano's at 43 cents. Shiba Inu. Is anyone still holding SHIB? Let me know in the live chat. I'm still holding on to mine. I haven't sold it since before they gifted, I believe it was 50% of the Shiba Inu of total circulating supply to Vitalik Buterin. And then he then subsequently gave that to, I believe it was India, for the relief for a pandemic situation. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. AVAX at $33. Scrolling down some other favorites of mine. We have Hedera sitting at 9 cents. Scrolling down, XLM is at 10 cents, down 3%. Immutable X at $2. Pepe, I never bought Pepe, but I am trading it with my bots because the meme coins were going crazy. VeChain, back down under 4 cents. Hang on, she wants to get down. Oh, let's go. Let's go. So VeChain is back below 4 cents. This is a pain in the ass, this cryptocurrency. It has done absolutely nothing for a long time. But again, I keep saying this literally every single day. I'm extremely bullish on supply chain and logistics, and it will all be moving onto the blockchain. We have some other ones as well. Theta, $2.05. Now, this one here was on the list that I put up on X of the most ridiculous post I've ever seen in my life that came out from Forbes. It was like useless blockchains, right? Believe it or not, Ripple was on there, Stellar Lumens was on there, and Theta was also on there as well. Theta's got some pretty insane patents in the United States. Go look that up. Again, I'm bullish on that. Say's at 59 cents. We have ALGO at 17 cents as well. Gala, I'm still bullish on play to earn games as well, and cryptocurrencies like Gala, Axie Infinity, Alien Worlds. We have Illuvium as well, and Immutable X. Again, I think that will be a nice sector for this next upcoming bull run. Quant is sitting at $100. $100. This is literally another one like VeChain. It's done nothing for a very long time. It has less of a supply than Bitcoin. Just having a look at the tokenomics while I'm here, by the way. Just having a quick look at this. Look at this. Circulating is 12 million right now, and total's 14. I'm extremely bullish on Quant. It is working with central banks, governments, institutions, and mainly as well central bank digital currencies, which I do not like at all. We've got Flare at 2 cents as well. WorldCoin, $4.48. CFX 21 cents today, and of course I'm extremely bullish on Reef and XDC and XYO, which are again just out of that top 100 there, so I'm not even concerned about that. Anyway, let's go to Crypto Bubbles, and yes, before I do, I have the Wall Street Bull University linked below. This is where I put up a lot of information in here that would be considered financial advice, so go join up to this. This is the reason why I've got the Wall Street Bull University, all my buys, my sells, my trades, my indicators that I use on TradingView. And you can probably see the screen behind me as well. I've got a few bullish indicators that you can use to day trade if you wish. And of course, my crypto trading bots with 3 commas on OKX and Bybit. They both serve a purpose, and that is all up in here. And more importantly, my dividend investing, which again is providing cash flow. And I think today, yes, it was today, I put up a post earlier this morning where there is a lot of dividends being paid out today from that portfolio. So go join up. It's extremely bullish. You can message me in here, and you can speak to everybody in the chat feature as well. which is really, really cool. That is linked below. Having a look at 3 commas. Now, again, I do have a significant amount of bots running both on the spot market and that's on OKX, and of course on Bybit, because I can trade with leverage, right? Now, again, the spot trading bots are simply set and forget. And I know that's hard to believe, but let's just open one up here right now. 3 commas trading software, for me anyway, has been absolutely awesome. I've been using this for nearly 2.5 years and have seen some insane gains. And I believe a lot of people in the Patreon made significant money with this. No BS. I think some people at one point, when the whole transition happened with OKX, were averaging around about $800 to $1,000 per day. No BS, all right? Anyway, so you can see right here, I've got the spot trading bot set up on Bitcoin. You can trade whatever you like, any coin. Doesn't really matter. This is simply just the spot market, so no leverage, right? Because again, in Australia, unfortunately, we can only trade with leverage on Bybit, and I believe there's a couple of other exchanges, but I choose Bybit. Now, again, I've got my base order set up here. I've got my safety orders right here. Now, pretty much using open trade ASAP with this, so it's non-stop trading. And I've got multiple bots set up. I'm trading Bitcoin. I've got Ethereum, Immutable X. I've got Chainlink, AVAX, Ethereum Classic, XRP. We've got Cardano, Polkadot, Matic. I think that's Mina. Don't ask me what I'm trading at. Anyway, we've got Optimism right here. Pepe. I am trading that. Let's have a look here now. We've got the Bybit, leverage bots going at the moment. And of course, the market is going down. So I'm not really worried about that. I've set them at a 5x leverage. Now, just quickly on that, you can trade as many coins as you want. I'm trading 7 coins on this bot, and it is down today. I'm using an RSI indicator, straightforward, on a 3-minute time frame, taking 1.5% profits. Now, I've got the base order set to 70 and the safety order also set to 70 as well. So trading 7 pairs right here. Now, if I open this up, this is how cool this is, right? I'm just going to show you guys while I'm here in this live. Let's have a look. Wait for it to load. Okay, so the 7 coins right here. Again, I'm trading Pepe. We've got Injective, I believe that is Gala, CKB. Oh, sorry, down here. Apologies. Cardano, Doge, Ethereum, Toncoin, Solana, XRP, and Bitcoin, right? So you can set up these whatever you like. You can set them up on multi-bots. You can set them up on single pairs. It's really that simple, and you can control the leverage right here as well. Now, again, I was going bananas with this, both trading long and short. Obviously on OKX, then I had to make the transition to Bybit because OKX got screwed by the Australian regulators. But anyway, so I mean, this is incredible trading software. There's nothing wrong with day trading, but I like something that's automated because I'm not going to sit there for hours on end, watching charts, watching the movements, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I prefer to do this because I just set and forget, and it allows to trade the markets 24 hours a day. That is all linked in the Patreon, by the way, the Wall Street Bull University. Go and have a look. And just to briefly show you guys as well, here are the 20 orders opened up, again, opening and buying on the spot market on OKX. So that is running for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the leverage trading bots, I've gone a bit easy on these, of course, because the market is extremely volatile. You don't want to be putting too much into this, and at the moment I've just held back. But I'm trading Toncoin on a 5x. I've got Solana, I've got Hedera, XRP, and Bitcoin, right? So the big OGs. That is pretty much it. And when the market starts to recover and slow down, the outflows slow down from Grayscale, I'll go pretty hard at this and start pushing in a lot more capital when the market starts to stabilize, because if you're not, you will get liquidated, especially with leverage, right? Anyway, that's all in the Wall Street Bull University. Go join up, you'll not regret it. Having a look on the day on crypto bubbles, it is a sea of red yet again. It is freaking annoying. Going to the hour, let's just stick on the daily, actually. Let's do this. Actually, better still, let's go to the year. Let's get bullish right here. Let's have a look. We've got Solana still up 481%, $130, right? It is down 0.5 on the hour, 4% on the day. Still incredible dollar cost averaging opportunities. Now, for those of you who are trading Pepe right here, that's up again 562%. But again, I'm down, not down with meme coins. I've been there and done that. Not interested at all. Theta still up 107% in a year, which is insane when you think about that at $2. I mean, I was dollar cost averaging into Theta. I believe it was around about 14 to 20 Aussie dollars dollar cost averaging. So it was extremely high. compared to what it is now. ICP as well, up 122%. That's $12.78 at the moment. Really, really nice to see that as well. There is XRP. Let's have a look at Ethereum, 62%. And once the Ethereum spot ETFs go live on Wall Street, I think this will definitely change. But you can expect, you know, after the analysis that I've done anyway, Solana may seriously have a run like Ethereum did in the previous bull market, going from $300 or $400 US up to, I believe it was $4,000 or $5,000 at the peak of the bull market. So just be patient. It's going to take time. And Hedera as well, up 63%. That has come down significantly, as you can see on that chart right there, from the BlackRock announcement that came out last week, which was an absolute effing disaster. Absolute ridiculous. It was ridiculous what happened with that. But again, I still love the project and what they're doing. Anyway, let's get into the news. Look at this right here. The legal battle intensifies as the SEC counters Ripple's motion to strike. All right, and of course, we knew that the Securities and Exchange Commission is going to continue their bullshit and keep fighting Ripple, which is getting ridiculous, right? Now, on Monday, XRP advanced by 1.04%, partially reversing a 1.51% loss from Sunday, April 28th. XRP ended the session at 51 cents, still insanely cheap in my opinion. And on Monday, the 29th, and that is virtually, what is it, yesterday in Australia, the SEC vs Ripple case related updates garnered investor interest. The SEC filed an opposition brief per the court briefing schedule, arguing against Ripple's motion to strike. Now, Ripple filed the motion to strike, requesting the court to disregard testimony from the SEC accountant Andrea Fox, and supporting exhibits, the Fox Declaration. Significantly, the SEC opposition brief opened classifying Andrea Fox as a summary witness, saying, Ripple incorrectly claims this declaration constitutes undisclosed expert testimony. It does not. It is a standard summary evidence permissible under blah, 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 blah. We've got in support of the calculations for disgorgement, and is not an expert report, does not rely on specialized experience, and does not render any opinions at all, let alone an expert one. Nor does it present a testimony of the participant, we've got here recipient witness, I can't even speak. Rather, it applies basic arithmetic to Ripple's financial records and streamline the presentation of the evidence to Judge Torres. Now, whether Andrea Fox is an expert on or summary witness is significant. In the motion to dismiss, Ripple argued that the SEC stated Fox was a summary witness, not an expert witness, and therefore could not offer new information. And the SEC must disclose expert witness identities, testimonies, and exhibits during discovery, which, you know, I think they left till the last minute anyway. So Ripple must file its reply brief to the opposition brief on Thursday, May 2nd, which is only a couple of days away. And the reply brief could focus on whether Fox declaration contained new information and exhibits. Moreover, Ripple could argue that Andrea Fox is an expert witness, and if an expert witness, the SEC would not meet discovery requirements, giving Ripple grounds for a motion to strike. Andrea Fox is an accountant in the SEC Enforcement Division. This is an absolute shit show, and I'm sick and tired of waiting and waiting and waiting, but I know the utility of XRP. It is clear as daylight. We have to remain positive and bullish. And then coming out today, I saw this earlier this afternoon on X, but Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse retweeted this, by the way, has partnered with Hashkey DX to introduce the XRP layer-based blockchain solution to the Japanese market. And I don't know if anyone around the world has literally been seeing at the moment, but the Japanese yen has been collapsing. I think I saw a post yesterday or earlier today. It was like the lowest level since 1990, I believe it was. That is insane. It's actually collapsing. And SBI Group, you know, one of Ripple's early backers, will become the first Japanese corporation to use the XRP ledger blockchain supply chain solutions as Ripple looks to drive enterprise blockchain solution use cases in Japan. By the way, I would love to go to Japan and have sushi and miso soup. Love it. And some of that Wagyu steak as well, so I'm a bit hungry. Anyway, SBI will break new ground in Japan after Ripple announcing it has entered a strategic partnership, which is bullish, with Tokyo-based consulting firm Hashkey DX. The latter is set to introduce the XRP Ledger enterprise solutions to the Japanese market, and Hashkey will collaborate with Ripple and SBI Ripple Asia, a joint venture between SBI Holdings and Ripple, to build and introduce supply chain finance solutions in the country, which is insane. The tools will be built on the XRP Ledger, the decentralized blockchain network initially developed by Ripple Labs. And a statement from Hashkey DEX, I'm just going to say DEX anyway, head Andy Dan highlighted XRPL's enterprise track record, settlement speeds, low cost and scalability as key metrics to build supply chain finance solution. So you can see it's not only just going to be supply chain, you've got cross-border payments, you've got the derivatives market, probably the real estate market very soon as well, and there is also going to be healthcare on the XRP Ledger, which is absolutely incredible. This is why I'm saying you can't just look at one aspect. There's multiple facets to Ripple's business. They know what they're doing, and I cannot wait for this. Now, we've also got updates in relation to CZ from Binance. This is wild, but he is getting sentenced today in the United States. What do you think about CZ? Let me know in the live chat. Do you think he's guilty? Or do you think it was a strategic plan by the US government to dethrone Binance in the United States and put Coinbase in that position? I'm curious about that. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think CZ is guilty? Which is, I think it's this is all corruption right here at its finest. But a judge will sentence CZ or Changpeng Zhao today for the crimes committed at Binance after he enters the U.S. District Court for Western District of Washington Courthouse. That is insane. That is so long. He might proceed directly to prison for 3 years. And Zhao admits that Binance processed trillions of dollars in unmonitored transactions, and that failing to monitor those transactions violated the Bank Secrecy Act. He also admitted that he failed to stop and report on millions of dollars in illicit and sanctions violating transactions that flowed through his exchange. Whew. What about all these banks and institutions around the world? How many of these banks and institutions have had fines from the government, have had, court cases galore, money laundering? I will look that up and put out those statistics as well on my community tab and on X, because last I checked, there was literally dozens of them. Dozens. And no one went to jail. The only one that should be going to jail for like 100 years is Sam Bankman-Fried, because he stole $10 billion of clients' money and gave it to politicians as donations, right? Now, Zhao says he's no worse than BitMEX Arthur Hayes. And Zhao has already penned his heartfelt letter to Judge Richard Jones, who will be determining the length and terms of his punishment. Just give him house arrest, right? He's resigned as CEO of Binance. I think that house arrest would be sufficient, to be honest. After Zhao chest beat about his allegedly voluntary cooperation to Binance's criminal investigation, he highlighted Arthur Hayes' prison-less house arrest sentence. There you go. For similar crimes at crypto exchange BitMEX. Why not the same for him? No defendant in the remotely similar bank secrecy case has ever been sentenced to incarceration, he explains, because his crimes are similarly unremarkable. And Zhao claimed he deserves similar leniency right now. And federal prosecutors will stick with their recommendation for 3 years based on more methodological reasoning right here. And criminal sentencing guidelines for Zhao's Bank Secrecy Act violations are 12 to 18 months. However, prosecutors argue that the judge should double that guideline range to deter future violations, as well as to adequately address the harms to US national security caused by the scale of Binance's sanctions violations. So what this is going to become is setting an example for people, and they're going to make an example of CZ. That's what they're going to do. And anyway, I'm just going to leave it there. I think this was all planned by the US government because Binance was the number one, and probably at the moment is still the number one crypto exchange in the world, and then Coinbase. But this all happened around the same time that the Bitcoin ETFs were getting approved in the United States as well, mind you. So And then Coinbase became the custodian for all of these Bitcoin ETFs, or pretty much all of them anyway, the Bitcoin ETFs, right? Anyway, and yeah, I don't think CZ would have paid Gary Gensler a brown paper bag either, like Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Because he's not down with that. Just putting that out there. Now again, we have the Hong Kong ETF issuers anticipate $300 million in the first day of inflows. And to be quite honest with you, it's still early days. They only went live today and the market's closed now, but issuers are expecting approximately $300 million in combined first day of inflows for the first 6 new Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, I should say. And Hong Kong has launched a batch of ETFs focusing on cryptocurrencies, marking potential competition for popular Bitcoin products in the United States. Harvest Global Investments, a local unit of the China Asset Management, along with a partnership between Hashkey Capital and Bacera Asset Management, listed Bitcoin and Ether ETFs in the city on Tuesday or this morning here in Australia. So again, let's keep a close eye on that. Also, Australia and the ASX, or the Australian Stock Exchange, will potentially be listing Bitcoin ETFs at the end of this year. And I believe a couple of firms have already lodged with the Australian Securities Commission here, or ASIC. So keep a close eye on that. And I think a lot of other countries are going to be following suit. So they are going to be listing more and more ETFs. Now, let's have a look here as well. New court filings show SEC Chair Gensler believed Ethereum was a security for the last year, for at least a year, which is... We know this. He was just waiting for a moment to jump on this. Now, I've got a video here. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but let's have a look at Charles Gasparino on Fox Business if this actually works. Let me see if it does. Probably going to get an ad here. We'll see how we go. Let's just wait for this to load.
The battle between the crypto industry and the Securities and Exchange Commission escalating further today as crypto firm Consensus, a major backer of the Ethereum blockchain, filed a lawsuit against the agency in a Texas federal court, asking it to resolve one of the industry's biggest legal conundrums. Is Ethereum a security or not? Joining us now, Charlie Gasparino, you've been all over this.
I don't know why the market isn't reacting more. I mean, the crypto market isn't reacting more wildly on this thing. Let's be clear here. There's 3 major cryptos. There's the Bitcoin, right? Which we know the SEC thinks is a commodity, not a security. You don't have to register with us. You're not in trouble if you if you buy it, you know, stuff like that. Then there's Ripple's the third one. We'll get to the second one in a minute, and they're in trouble. The SEC is suing them, saying that there's an unregistered security. They want gazillions of dollars. You know, there was a court ruling that was half good, half bad for Ripple, but that's still being sorted out. Then there's Ethereum, Ether, which is the second largest, as you know. It's one of the mainstays, which is in sort of regulatory never land. Nobody knows what the SEC really thinks about this. If it's declared a security, since it's so widely held, it could just blow up the markets. I mean, no doubt. I mean, a lot of people hold this thing. If it's declared a commodity, well, you know, then it paves the way for a lot of stuff, including an Ethereum ETF that Larry Fink at BlackRock and a lot of other places want. Okay, so here's what we had today, which is, I think, fascinating. We found out, and this is via some really good reporting from Ellie Terrett, my producer, because he was all over this thing. There was a Wells notice from the SEC to Ethereum, to the Consensus blockchain, to Ethereum, saying that, you know, basically implying that the SEC believes Ethereum is a security, unregistered, and all the stuff kind of back it up, all the stuff that Gary Gensler said. That happened. On top of that, Consensus, which is this sort of group that's behind Ethereum, run by Joe Lubin and Vitaly Buterin, I believe his name is, big players in crypto, have sued the SEC, saying they want clarity now on whether this is a security or not. So this thing is reaching ahead, and I'm not quite sure why it's not trading up or down or whatever. Maybe no one really knows what to make of this, but this is huge. I mean, this is gonna be. There's a lot of money on the table here. If the SEC comes out and point blank says it's a security, well, then that's a problem. There's not going to be no ETF for Ethereum. And by the way, a lot of people holding this stuff could probably take a big hit. If it's a commodity, well, then prices are going up and everything is, you know, hunky dory. We should point out that Ellie believes, based on her reporting, that this is probably takes the Ethereum ETF off the table for foreseeable future. People are thinking maybe next month or whatever. You know, it's kind of, this is going to be very hard to sort through. One thing that's interesting about these crypto firms that sue the SEC and fight them, they do usually get really good counsel. I mean, you know, Ripple had really good counsel. That's why it won sort of a half-baked victory, and it's still fighting, fighting another day. From what I understand, from what Ellie tells me, that Consensus and Ethereum, they've hired Paul Weiss. Now, if you know anything about Paul, so it's not Paul Weiss, not Latham & Watkins, not Marty Lipton's firm.
Okay.
Wachtell Lipton. So if you know anything about Wachtell Lipton, they are the premier corporate governance, fight firm. Marty Lipton is a legend in corporate lawyering, and he's the guy that created the poison pill takeover defense.
Oh, wow.
And he's still, from what I understand, he's still kicking. Like if you, in the old days, they'd come after you, leverage buyout, and he created something called the poison pill. One of his last things was representing Les Moonves as he was trying to unwind CBS out of Sherry Redstone's National Amusements. So remember, this guy, this is a big firm and a powerful firm.
So they've got good representation. I'm just curious, all of this uncertainty, if Ethereum ends up being declared a security. Clearly, Gary Gensler doesn't seem to have much love for the crypto space. He begrudgingly approved that Bitcoin ETF. To me, that makes Bitcoin potentially skyrocket. The Bitcoin ETF become more attractive.
And if Ethereum becomes is deemed a security, Ripple is already, they believe it's a security. Again, half-baked victory. It's too complicated to get in, but they're gonna appeal that, and they probably have good grounds to appeal it.
How is it half-baked, man?
That's legal, so to speak.
What the F?
Everybody else has got to go to the SEC and pay money, and it's going to be crazy. It will be Bitcoin, and that will be a net positive for Bitcoin.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't give investment advice, but I'm saying logically, yeah.
Logically, yeah. That would make sense. Well, great stuff, Charlie. We're going to be watching this for sure.
All right.
How is that literally half-baked? They railroaded the SEC with the legal status of XRP, and the judge literally said that it is not a security. Come on, Charlie. Mr. Gasparino. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Let's get into this. The Grayscale outflows slow down. Finally, they're still selling off like $20-30 million worth of Bitcoin every single day, and it's getting effing annoying. Let's have a look here. The inflows into newborn 9 ETFs fell by more than 50% during the past week to $126 million from $254 million according to CoinShares. Per the report, these reduced inflows contributed to their third consecutive weeks of outflows of $435 million. The largest outflow since March that major crypto-related investment products recorded during the week. Thank you, Grayscale, for that. You bunch of effing clowns. A breakdown of the flows showed that Grayscale GBTC, as the ticker symbol, remains responsible for most of the outflows, with $440 million exiting the product last week alone. That is the reason why the market is crashing. It is because of Grayscale. This is effing annoying. I'm sick and tired of it. However, this marks GBTC's lowest weekly outflow in 9 weeks, and a sign that the outflows were decelerating. It is about time. Nonetheless, the total of outflows from GBTC on the year-to-date metric have surpassed $17 billion. And if anyone's been trading the markets, you would have noticed that the market crashes were, I guess, happening so frequently. I personally lost a lot of money because of Grayscale. The market crashes. I mean, it dropped 5%, 10% at some points. And again, they're still continuing to sell off a lot of Bitcoin. Let me know in the live chat if you've experienced this. But again, look, all that says to me is that there is buying opportunities in the market. You're getting cryptos literally at a discount. I mean, good crypto projects anyway. So yeah, for those of you who are wanting to know why I haven't gone absolutely bananas with my crypto trading bots with 3 commas on Bybit with leverage, that is the reason why. Literally, right? I mean, $17 billion $17 billion, and again, we've got, $440 million in the past week exiting GBTC. That is mind-blowing. How much money? It just says to me money's not even freaking real, to be honest. Let's have a look here. I'm not going to get into Peter Brandt's, predictions right here. Now we'll get to some bullish news, but MicroStrategy, right? Michael Saylor, his company. And let me know in the live chat also if you are holding this on Wall Street in your stock portfolio. I'm curious about that because I was considering buying it, but I don't know. I'm just going to buy the asset Bitcoin anyway. But look at this. MicroStrategy now holds $13.6 billion worth of Bitcoin, 1% of the total circulating supply. That is a lot of Bitcoin. And I'm just going to get to the breakdown of this quickly. But Cannet Cord right here cut its price target for MicroStrategy at $1,590 from $1,800. That's per share. The company bought more Bitcoin in the first quarter and now owns a total of 214,400 Bitcoin, worth $13.6 billion. That is juicy. I love that. Just makes me salivate. Oh, it's just heaven. MicroStrategy reported the first quarter of net operating loss of $53.1 million after taking a digital asset impairment charge of $191.6 million. He's still continuing to dollar cost average. And these websites, honestly, their ads are completely effed. What is it with crypto websites and ads and pop-ups? Seriously, cut it out. Pissing me off. Anyway, we've got South Koreans warned to declare overseas crypto exchange holdings. I honestly believe that this will apply to every country around the world. If you're holding crypto assets in another country, you're going to need to declare this. I guarantee you this is what's going to come, honestly. South Korean crypto holders were warned to declare their overseas crypto exchange holdings or face a potential tax bombshell. And the cautionary words came from Ding. I'm not going to even pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say Kim. From Kim, a tax accountant at the Hana Bank Asset Management Group's Asset Management Consulting Center. And Kim published the warning in an article for the media outlet Money S. And for those of you who think you're going to end up not paying taxes on your crypto, I suggest you get a wake-up call for yourself, because if you're not going to be paying your taxes, I guarantee you the IRS in the United States, the ATO, Australian Tax Office, or whatever tax country your tax department is in, they're looking at crypto investors. So make sure you get a good accountant and pay your taxes. Don't be a shifty one and don't pay your taxes, because I guarantee you'll get caught and you'll get railroaded with that. Now, I'm not going to get into Solana. I'm extremely bullish on that. Let's get to Cryptometer.io. And I want to see where the money's been flowing today. This website, honestly, it drives me crazy because it has a mind of its own. Here we go. Now, we got it here. It works. All right. So we've got money going into stacks. We've got Bitcoin, Near Protocol, Solana, which is nice. We've got Shiba Inu. We have Binance or BNB. I don't really hold any BNB, and that's the truth. We've got AMP. We have some other ones right here. Of course, we've got Litecoin, Ethereum, and that is nice to see that as well. Apex, never heard of that as well. But anyway, let's go to X, ladies and gents. Then we're going to get to the live chat questions. So if you've got questions, put them up in the live chat, because we're getting close to that. I'm going to speak to everybody as well. Thank you to those. How many people have I got on X now? Let's have a look. 6,380 people on X. Thank you so much. You guys rock. Yes, that is me and Johnny Deaton at Wave of Innovation on the Gold Coast. This man is a gentleman. Honestly, he's an absolute gentleman and a legend. And again, I'm going to put this out there, the true leader of the XRP army. We know that other influencers have claimed to be the supreme leaders of the XRP army. This man right here is literally the XRP true leader. Gentleman, absolute gentleman. Now, XRP news, of course. Brad Garlinghouse, have a look at this. Could we see an ETF? Have a listen to him again.
There's buzz out there about potentially an XRP ETF being in the future. What do you make of that speculation?
Well, Kaylee, good to see you. I think it only makes sense there will be other ETFs. It's a little like, the earliest days of the stock market. You don't really want exposure to one stock or one company. You want to typically think about diversifying risk and what have you. And so I think we will see other ETFs. When we will see them is hard to predict. The sad reality of what we saw with the Bitcoin ETF is It was only because the courts forced the SEC's hand, and really Chair Gensler's hand, that we saw that finally come to fruition.
Obviously, that was pretty.
And that is absolute facts. The only reason why Gary Gensler approved the Bitcoin ETFs on Wall Street was because of the court case. Now, had that Grayscale not have had that win with the SEC in court, they would not have been approved. And I can honestly say that Gary Gensler was literally forced to do that because he's an absolute child and an absolute dickhead. I don't care what anyone says. Anyway, listen to this. More Brad Garlinghouse, bullish on XRP, ladies and gents. Have a listen to him.
Expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need a place to store those assets, and safe, secure, and they're going to need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps, even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together, and we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember being on a call with one of the largest top 10 banks in the world, and a bank Ripple was already working with, and they were asking us about could we help them with their custody. This is prior to the Medico acquisition, and we weren't in a position to do that. And so when we think about that synergy, the ability to say to that existing Ripple customer, hey, here's a best in class, going head to head time and time again and winning on the custody level, to be able to bring that product to them, I think is a great opportunity for the two companies together. So,
I mean, this is insane, but Ripple is working with central banks around the world and central bank digital currencies. As much as I can't stand them, it is extremely bullish. Now look at this interview with Brad Garlinghouse as well, presenting the XRP, of course, bullish token, and the XRP ledger. I'm just playing this. This is to the IMF, or the International Monetary Fund. For those of you who don't know what the IMF is, have a listen to Brad speaking right here.
If you're a freelancer working in the Philippines doing design work for a company in London and you want to get paid $30 or 30 pesos, Philippine pesos, that's not a transaction that can easily be enabled. And in fact, for the companies that enable that, they require the freelancer to set up an account, and they don't actually pay it out until there's roughly 1,000 USD sitting in that account, and then they would pay it out.
Listen to this.
Our view in the future is you don't have to have this pre-funding, and instead you can use a digital asset to have global liquidity on demand. Now, we build upon a tech stack, an open source technology called XRP. XRP originally was built by some engineers who had seen some of the flaws of Bitcoin and the challenges of scalability around Bitcoin, where Bitcoin today, on a per transaction basis, it's rather slow and rather expensive. XRP is very, very fast, about 1,000 times faster per transaction and 1,000 times cheaper per transaction. The other dynamic, of course, of correspondent banking is some of the more quote-unquote exotic currencies, exotic corridors have been left to kind of stand on their own. And the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized and a level playing field. Ripple's vision from the beginning really has been to apply these technologies in the same way that TCP/IP and HTTP are the technologies underpinning the Internet of Information. These blockchain technologies will be the underpinnings of an Internet of Value, where we have connected devices, we have connected information that will allow payments to flow. And as Norman's describing, if you're a large corporation moving $100 million, that's one thing. If you're a freelancer working in the Philippines doing design work for a company in London and you want to get paid $30 or 30 pesos, Philippine pesos, that's not a transaction that can easily be enabled. And in fact, for the companies that enable that, they require the freelancer to set up an account, and they don't actually pay it out until there's roughly 1,000 USD sitting in that account, and then they would pay it out. Our view of the
very, very bullish right there. And Eleanor Tarrant, that interview I played with Charles Gasparino on Fox Business as well. But new court filings show the SEC Chair Gensler believed Ethereum was a security for at least a year. And I honestly do believe he's still going on about that. I'm not going to get into this, but the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, is working with Ripple. And they put a tweet up a day ago, but the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, has published a high-level recommendation. Key features on guiding questions to inform parties involved in a service-level agreements used in cross-border payment. And Bank XRP, thank you for this tweet. But again, we know that Ripple is there. Way too many partnerships and sitting at the head. The World Economic Forum as well. They are sitting on that board as well. And I'm going to just play this interview with Chair Gensler on Ethereum. Have a look at this. It's an oldie but a goodie. He's absolutely getting grilled by the Financial Services Committee right here. And I honestly love watching this. Get your popcorn ready. Get your coffee ready. Whatever the hell you're eating, get a snack because you're going to want to watch this. And we'll get into the questions in the live stream. So again, if you are new to the live stream, thank you for watching. And I'm going to get to your questions. But have a listen to Gary Gensler absolutely getting grilled. It is the best thing you'll ever see. Have a listen to this.
Ether, a commodity, or...
Wait.
I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended...
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to any one...
I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs in the
asking
middle,
about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the...
I'm asking you a specific question, Chair Gensler. I said this in private. This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law, and if there's a group of individuals...
I'm asking you about the facts and the law sitting in your seat and the judgment you are making.
And so, Mr. Chair, I think you would not want me to prejudge because I'm also...
But you have prejudged on this. You've taken 50 enforcement actions. We're finding out as we go, as you file suit, as people get Wells notices on what is a security in your view, in your agency's view. I'm asking you a very simple question about the second largest digital asset. What is your view?
And my view is if there's a group of individuals in the middle that the public is anticipating...
All right, so let me just ask a second question then. Do you think it serves the market for an object to be viewed by the commodities regulator as a commodity and the securities regulator to be viewed as a security? Do you think that provides safety and soundness for the product? Do you think it provides consumer protection? Do you think it serves the value of innovation? I think no should be a very simple answer for you here.
I think
that uncertainty is bad, is it not?
And I think that Congress has said that there's one agency, the Securities and Exchange Commission, under this committee.
And you won't answer my question, and you're the head of that agency. So give me a break. Come on.
I'm answering it in the generic because you would not want me to speak about any one set of facts and circumstance.
Okay, so, but you've already spoken. Have you said anything about Bitcoin?
My predecessors and the agency itself has spoken to them.
Okay, but you're not saying about Ether. Okay, so let me just step back. There's a lack of clarity here in the marketplace. Can you at least agree to that?
I think that the clarity is there. The law is clear.
All right.
There's a group
so
of individuals
let me be explicit about this. The market doesn't see it. Your regulatory actions and the CFTC's regulatory actions say that there's a great deal of uncertainty here. It is the intention of this committee to fix that uncertainty and actually provide sound legal basis.
That is absolute gold. That was one of the best financial services committees grillings on Gary Gensler I've ever seen. That was hilarious, right? He literally just avoided all the freaking questions. Whew, absolutely wild. And our patience shall be rewarded. Thank you, Nastave, for this one as well. Patience, ladies and gentlemen, patience is required. These are the previous bull markets. 2017, Bitcoin went parabolic. We had 2021, a lot of downtime right here, but the market went parabolic. And this time around, things are going to be extremely different, right? So there we go with that, ladies and gents. And of course, all the news. Actually, before I leave X, I want to play you the opening ceremony from Hong Kong this morning. This is pretty cool. This is how they launched the Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. Absolutely bullish. Have a look at this. Look at this. This is freaking awesome.
A live ceremony at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and the market is open. It is 9:30. We're just running a couple minutes behind, but you can see they are assembling in front of the gong.
Use my my symbol.
Listing ceremony today. The launch of crypto ETFs. It'll be the first time in Asia retail investors have a chance to trade cryptocurrency ETFs at spot prices. Now, this comes just 3 months after the U.S. launch of similar ETFs tracking spot Bitcoin. It has drawn billions in dollars of net inflows, also contributing to a surge in a Bitcoin price earlier this year. Year to date, it's about 50%. It has hit all-time highs last month, over 73,000 US dollars. Now you can see that the Bitcoin ETFs,
how cool is this?
There's about 14 ETFs that have hit the market today from 3 different issuers. Those issuers are China Asset Management Company, Harvest Global Investment, and Hashkey Exchange. You can see the countdown has started.
4、3、2、1，我们祝贺亚洲首批。
A very big listing ceremony here today, and you can see the hitting of the gongs. You got 3 of the issuers on stage to mark this momentous occasion as Hong Kong becomes the first in Asia to offer retail investors a chance to trade cryptocurrency ETFs at spot prices. Previously, back in 2022, we had future Bitcoin and Ether ETFs traded in the Hong Kong market since then. So this comes 3 months after the US launched similar ETFs. We've got, of course, 3 issuers here, different to the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity. I got a chance to speak to one of the issuers, Harvest Global Investments CEO Tong Li Han, and I asked him whether or not he was concerned that some of the issuers in Hong Kong were not as well known as those in the US. This is what he had to say.
Bullish.
Maybe BlackRock is more well known in the Western market. However, we are more well known in the local markets, in Asia, in China, and also, in the among the Oriental countries. So I think it will take some time to unlock the huge potential because many investors are still standing on the sideway to watch. So I'm expecting a slow start for the initial AUM growth. However, over time, we will demonstrate the special feature and the strength of our products, and the huge demand will be unlocked.
What makes it unique?
Very, very nice to see that. How cool is that? I think Wall Street should have a gong when they're listing instead of the bell, but I mean, each to their own. I think it was awesome to see that. So very, very cool. Anyway, Bulls, I'm going to get to your questions. Let's get into the questions right here. I'm going to go back to CoinMarketCap. And yeah, I'm going to go to my portfolio actually right here. So I'm going to leave that up on the screen. Let's get to your questions. Let's have a look. I'm going to scroll up as high as I can right here. Let's have a look here. I'm going to keep scrolling up to the top. If you've got questions, let's have a look right here. I'm going to scream up here. We've got Dinesha. Gucci is so cute. Thank you very much. She's literally sleeping at the moment. She's watching CNBC at the moment. Let's go. No way they found the father. He's named Homer Simpson. Yeah, I think Gary Gensler does look like Homer Simpson, to be honest. ETH is a security. Yep, hate it right here. If I'm staking on an exchange, could I still lose it if an exchange gets hacked? Yes, you can lose your funds. A lot of people don't understand. Beth, sorry, if you're keeping your cryptos on an exchange, if you go and read the fine print, literally it's not your crypto. And a lot of people get stuck with this, so be very careful. Try and get a cold storage wallet. I personally use, and this is not a promotion by any means, but an Algorand Titan. I mean, if you can get a Trezor or a Ledger, sorry, you can use any kind of cold storage. Just make sure you don't forget your seed phrase for your crypto cold storage wallet, because again, you'll be in big trouble if the prices go parabolic and you lose those seed phrases to your crypto wallet. All right, so yeah, if something gets hacked on an exchange or you're staking it somewhere, definitely you can lose it. So there's no getting it back either. ETHgate is coming. Yes. Watch all of the ETH heads run to XRP for safety. I agree. Hello from Tampa Bay, Florida. How you going? Send over that nice sunshine over there. Let's have a look. Love that, Gucci. Thank you very much, Patrick. 0.48 for ETH is a level playing field. Let's have a look here. Sheeb right here. I'm still holding on to my Sheeb. Let's have a look. Just started buying Ondo. Gucci's going to start barking now as well. Ripple not going anywhere, Johnny. Yes, it is. Just be patient. What bots do you use? The three commas bots, Tom. That is all in the Wall Street Bull University. I've been using them now for nearly 3 years. So very, very bullish trading software. Let's have a look here. What do you think about Ledger Live or Nano X? I stopped using my Ledger. I like my Alipol. Very, very bullish on that. How's Melbourne getting cold yet? Yes, it is absolutely freezing at the moment, and I'm sick and tired of the cold. I want that heat and that summer sun, so I want to sit under a palm tree somewhere. Let's have a look here. Judge needs to stop it. I agree in regards to the Ripple case. No settlement until early 2025, unfortunately. I'm more than happy to wait. I'm very, very patient when it comes to stuff like this. Finally caught a live chopper from Zimbabwe. How cool is that? Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that. May deal at Mac is keeping my bags full. There you go. He probably didn't pay. Yes, I agree. He didn't pay Gary Gensler. Or CZ didn't pay Gary Gensler. Let's have a look here. Spot on with your assessment of Binance. I agree. I think it was just a strategic move by US regulators to try to tear down Binance, but it did not work. Binance is huge. What a joke. XRP sweet. Yep. So many agenda pumpers. Let's have a look. What about Crow? Are you holding this? No, I'm not holding any Crow. To be honest with you, I don't even use crypto.com. So CRO token, I do not use it. Let's have a look here. If you sell whilst it's down, you'll lose. But if you don't, you lose nothing. Well, that's true. But I will say on the flip side to that, if you're making significant gains and profits, you'd want to be taking profits off the table. Otherwise, the market will take them for you. Greetings from Estonia. How you going? What up, Bulls? Hello from North Nevada. How you going? Let's have a look here. Are you a brother of Brad lookalike? Brad Garlinghouse, I've copped that so much, and I got my hair cut quite short, so yeah, look pretty similar with that. That's hilarious. How old is this footage? Well, that couple of pieces of footage today were, you know, from today, and a couple of them are quite old in terms of, you know, a couple of months ago anyway. Crypto, a couple of old footage is like 2 days ago. So yeah, it changes every 12 hours. Ray, we've got, are you bullish? Oh gosh, I just lost your question right here. Let me just see what we're. Ray Dixon, are you bullish on XDC? Yes, I am extremely bullish on XDC or Sinfin. I think it needs a couple tier 1 exchange listings and possibly another crypto top. Yeah, 100%. XDC for me is an absolute gem. It's definitely undervalued, and literally no one speaks about it until the thing's pumping up 20%, which has happened on a few occasions. Perfect day for DCA. Yes, I agree. That's from Munich. Hello from SA. Charlie Gaspagrino is a Wall Street hack. He put a lot of hate in the XRP army, to be honest. Let's have a look here. Sean, I got some money today. What to buy? Oh, what to buy? I can't give financial advice, but if you join the Wall Street Bull University, you can have a look at what I'm doing. Let's have a look down here. Sean from California here daily. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. What else we got here? Whoop, keeps changing. Morning, brother. Finally get to catch you live. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much from Houston, Texas. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. China didn't even move the market. Give it time. Have some patience with that. Let's have a look here. Quick, hey from Canada, how you going? RDX XRP1. Been holding XRP since 2014. That's pretty good, man. That's a long time. Do you think Uphold is a more trustworthy custody company since it's partnered with Ripple for liquidity? Personally, I don't like anyone else holding my cryptocurrencies, and I like self-custody. That's just the best way, honestly. It really is. So, I mean, look, if you feel comfortable with that, there's always a risk in terms of storing your crypto assets anywhere else. Let's have a look here. Hi from Germany. What is your X handle? Listening while working, so couldn't see. It's at the Wall Street Bull Oz. Just to show you guys as well, let me just bring it up here. This is my X handle right here at the Wall Street Bull Oz. That's an OZ. There are a couple of, I kid you not, verified X accounts that are posing to be me. It's not me. This is my official X account. Let's have a look here. Thoughts on Flux. I need to do more research into Flux, to be honest. Let's have a look here. When regulation comes into effect, many crypto companies are labeled as securities and shut down. Do you believe XRP will absorb these market investments as it will be fully regulated? Look, honestly, when you think about it, right, I'm going to end up as well because I've been on this live for over an hour, but there are literally only two cryptocurrencies. It is Bitcoin that are commodities, Bitcoin and XRP. That is it. The rest of them could potentially be labeled as securities. Listen to you every day from Tennessee. Thank you very much. Fonzie, I heard Australia will roll out CBDCs July this year. There's been a lot of testing in Australia for central bank digital currencies. Let's have a look here. If Gary looks like any Simpsons character, it's going to be Mr. Burns. I agree with that. He does look like Mr. Burns. Jennifer, thanks for all you do. You're welcome. Thanks for your transparency. You're welcome. Nice kit you got in the back there, mate. Thank you, Kev. I appreciate that. It is my premier kit that I've had since, well, that was actually my first real professional kit. So that's Premier. Same drums that Phil Collins uses. So that's just, there for some viewing and potentially some playing as well if I want to piss off my neighbors. Rango, are you expecting the market to keep going down and sideways for the next couple of months? Yes, I am. Definitely going to be going sideways for sure. You done late in Melbourne? Yes, it is. Velo, any news, Bull? Sorry, no, I'm looking into that. Greetings from Schoenfeld, New South Wales. What would you do with 25k? Join the Patreon and maybe you'll see. Because I can't say it on here. I'll get into a lot of trouble. Got to be careful with that. Could court case win flip the switch? Yeah, definitely. I think if XRP, or I should say not, it's not XRP because they're two separate things. Ripple, if they win the lawsuit against the SEC, definitely the switch will get flipped. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Thanks for the daily updates. You're welcome. Couple more questions right now. If XRP will be used by banks and institutions, what price do you see it going down to after the bull run if it's expected to increase? Look, honestly, the sky's the limit for any kind of cryptocurrency, especially if it's being used by banks and institutions. There's no doubt in my mind. There is a significant amount of banks and institutions, and especially if Ripple goes after the derivatives market, which is, I think it was $1.4 quadrillion. It's just everything in existence. So I mean, it's just the beginning. We're still early. Found and followed on X. Thank you very much. And by the way, if you haven't followed on all my social media platforms, the links are below. Please use the official links. I know TikTok won't verify my freaking account. Don't ask me why. Fabio, Wave Innovation, absolute legend. Yeah, guys, just be careful on TikTok. There's, I kid you not, probably like 400 fake accounts. It's nuts. Don't ask me why. But anyway, hello from Beirut. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I've been on this stream for over an hour. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for sticking around. And again, I appreciate all of you watching. If you have not joined the Wall Street Bull University, go join up to it. It's a really bullish community. And for those of you who have joined, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everything is linked in there. All the information you'll need, everything that I'm doing that's generating cash is really, really important to read and research and just learn everything you can. And by the way, just quickly ending up on this, I just want to show you guys, because these books really changed my life, and I've got books holding up my mic right now, but Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Go grab yourself this book. It's incredible. This one's a little bit dry. It takes a long time to get juicy, but The Money Master the Game right here by Tony Robbins. Absolutely incredible. We've got also one with Peter Lynch. Go read Peter Lynch, One Up on Wall Street. This is incredible. This is another one. This one will take you a while. Look how thick that is. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Go and grab yourself a copy of this. We've got The Greatest Salesman in the World. We've got OG Mandino right here, and I'm going to end up on this one, but everyone should have this. This is like a staple. If you have not read this book, go get it right now. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's going to be really beneficial to you. Anyway, Bulls, I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Go and enjoy your night, afternoon, and morning. If it's morning, have an espresso, and I'll be back with another video update tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks very much to those 1,625 people that have tuned in. I really appreciate it. All right, stay bullish, guys. Peace out. Bye.